All right, welcome back to the channel. This week's video is all about my newest guitar, this Jaguar. It's a Squier Jag. We'll talk about what it is shortly. Hopefully you saw last week's video, which was a recap. I've had a 2-year gap from making videos. I made one last week, which was where am I up to? What's going on with me? What's the gear? Where am I? If you didn't see that, this setting I'm in is Studio 5 in North Liverpool. The links are in the description below. I talk a little bit more about it in last week's video, but I'm hoping to kind of make this a familiar setting for upcoming videos. And I talked through the new pedals, where I am up to with bands, new gear, and I left it with the newest bit of gear I've got is this guitar. So let's talk about it. You might have seen in my old videos, I've been using a Fender 60th anniversary Jazzmaster, Mexican made, for probably 4 years now, and my Epiphone Les Paul that you'd have seen in the last video was my kind of B guitar, and I wanted a Jaguar for a long time. Being a big fan of my 60th anniversary Mexican made Jazzmaster, I was hoping that 2022, being the 60th anniversary of the Jaguar, Fender might make some cool looking Mexican made, similar price point 60th anniversary Jaguars. But Fender decided to do some American models, 2.5, 3 grand high end Jaguars, which were out of my price range. So I've been looking for a cool looking Jag. What I like on the offsets is I like the matching headstock. I wanted the traditional double single coil. I know Fender did the Player series a few years ago where there was a single coil and a humbucker. I didn't want that. I wanted all the original switching, although it is hard work. I'm still coming to terms with it. I didn't want a 3-way here, or I wanted to make sure it had a rhythm circuit. So I was waiting for all those kind of things to come up in a Jaguar that I like the look of. And last year, maybe this time last year, I saw this guitar as part of a range by Squier. Now it's a 2022 Squier Fender Special Run Classic Vibe 60s is what it is. And they did this one, they did a silver sparkle that you might have seen, and they did a white one as well. I think Guitaristas had the white one. And I like black guitars. My Jazzmaster's a black guitar. So when I saw this matching headstock, it's not black. I don't know how well you can pick it out, but it's charcoal frost metallic, and it's a mint green pick guard. It just looked right to me. And I remember I was on holiday last May, and I reached out on Twitter to Mike Adams, you might know about, a guy called Mike Adams. He's on YouTube as Pusheen, I think. He's on Twitter as something else. He's kind of Seattle-based American offset guru. And I sent him a link to this, and I was like, should I get one of these? Does this look cool? Upgrade the pickups, would it be any good? And, you know, he could have said nothing, or he could have just said, yeah, whatever. But I thought if he said, you know, Squier Jags are best to be avoided, don't go near it, then I wouldn't. But he said, yeah, it looks cool, go for it. So then when I got back from holiday, I went into my local guitar shop to see if they had anything up in Liverpool. They didn't have any Jags, but one of the guys who worked there, Sean, actually had the silver sparkle one of these. He wasn't in that day, but someone ran round to his house and got it, and I played it. And I said, oh yeah, it's really cool. I want the charcoal frost metallic one. So they ordered one in from Fender for me, which was great, and kind of said when they were ordering, are you going to upgrade the pickups? Do you want to upgrade the pickups? So I said, yeah, I probably want to do that straight away. So we ordered these pure vintage 65s from Fender, American made pickups. And I basically said, as soon as the guitar comes in, send it to a tech, get it set up, get the pickups in it. And they, to be fair, said, no, when it comes in, come around, play it, make sure you want to do what you want to do. So I might have 30 seconds, 20 seconds of video of when I went into the shop when it came in, which I will put in here. So I didn't play it through my own rig. I'm sure the Squier pickups are great. A lot of people say the Squier pickups are great. I just knew I wanted to be able to trust these pickups. I was still gigging at the time, so I went with the Fender American Pure Vintage 65s. I was going to upgrade the tremolo vibrato unit, and I still might, but to be honest, it's better than the Jazzmaster, the Mexican Fender Jazzmaster tremolo. So up to now, I haven't done. I am pretty happy with it. So when I got it, when it came in, where that video was from in the shop, they took it out of the box, handed it to me, and as I say, I knew I was upgrading the pickups, but it did need quite a bit doing. The fretboard was really dry from being obviously in storage. The frets were all sort of grainy, didn't feel nice to play, and I'm sure there was a bit of fret sprout. I basically said, yeah, okay. As I said, let's send it to the tech, get the pickups in it, get it set up. So I did have the kind of order form of what was requested from the tech. If I can find it, I'll throw a picture in or something. But basically, it's got shim in the neck, which has helped this bridge a lot. It had a fret dress done. All the kind of little uneven spots in the fretboard were sorted out. It obviously had a lot of kind of lemon oil or whatever he used in the fretboard, which really sorted out how dry it was, and it had the new pickups in it. And when it came back, I was made up. So here's a little bit of a sound. Let's put a bit of drive through it. There's a comfortably plumb into the Blackstar. Again, last week's video I showed you the 1991 from Funny Little Boxes. Bit of chorus. Of course, that's all I ever play when I use the chorus pedal. You've got it, haven't you? So that's where we got to from my mates at Harmonix when we ordered the guitar. So I got it. It was great. Rehearsed with it. Did one gig with it, and the bridge had moved, which is a common thing. The screws vibrate. It goes in, and I thought the tech might have been aware of that, might have spotted that, but to be honest, we didn't ask him to do it. So all that needed then was a bit of Loctite on the screws to stop them kind of turning with the vibration, which it did, and it hasn't moved since. So I'm really happy with that. Talk a little bit about the look. As I said, it's charcoal frost metallic with a mint green pickguard. The sticker is the logo from my old band, Superfly, and I've left it on for now. I might leave it on forever. I might take it off. I don't know. Basically, what I thought was buying a cheaper guitar, a Squier guitar, and gigging it. If it got knocked, if it got beat up, I wouldn't have to worry about it as much as the Fender. And then that idea made me think, well, maybe I'll relic it. Maybe I'll try and age it, put a load of dings in it. But it's got a really thick poly finish on it. And there are videos on YouTube of people showing you how to relic poly guitars and saying it's possible, but they don't look right for me. I kind of decided, no, that's not the way to go. But what did give me the idea that if this finish is so thick and kind of immovable and will never kind of perish, then I can throw stickers on it. I can put them on, take them off, leave them on for years, and it's not really going to affect the finish. That's my theory. If it does, I won't really be bothered anyway. So the little sticker was just an idea. I printed off the logo for the band in like 10, 15 different sizes, picked the right one, tried to match it in Photoshop to kind of the mint green of the pickguard, and then it's just crudely shoved on with some sticky back plastic. And again, I don't know how clear that is. In Bcam, you can kind of see the sticky back plastic around the outside, and it's not the sharpest, highest res image either. But it worked for the band. I still quite like it. I might take it off one day and replace it with something else. I might not, who knows. So that is where we are up to. The other thing I did when I ordered it is I bought a case. I got a Gator case, I think from GAC, Guitar Amp Keyboard in Brighton. I'll put in some video here of it next to my Fender Jazzmaster case. It looks very similar. The Jazzmaster case looks really beat up. Sorry, I'm looking over at them, but it has been gigged for years. The case for this hasn't been gigged that much, but it is wearing in other ways. It's not as heavy duty as the Fender one. So maybe one day I'll have to update it, but that's kind of what I got to go with it. It's strung with 11s, Diodario, 11 to 49, I think. I'll let you know in the video if that's wrong. So that's it. There's probably not much else to talk about it, really. Let me know in the comments if you've got any questions about it. I would have liked a Fender Jag. I would have liked it to say Fender up here. And lots of people buy Squiers and change the decal on them and stuff like that. But for me, it's just the coolest one out there. And Fender aren't making a charcoal frost metallic Jag. So I've got to buy the Squier one. And shove some Fender pickups in it. It sounds great to me. Yeah, I might need to update some of the hardware. I'm not saying it's as good as any Fender, but Fender Mexico, Fender Japan, Fender anywhere aren't making cool looking Jags as far as I'm concerned at a price I can afford. So I was made up with this one. So I've talked for too much. Let's just play a little bit. And any questions you've got, let me know in the comments. Clean sound, kind of clean sound from the drive channel with the drive pretty much all the way off. The Blackstar HT Club 40. The bridge pickup, neck pickup. Bit of drive. Neck. Playing that wrong. A bit like on the Jazzmaster video from a couple of years ago. So far, the rhythm circuit, all I would use it for when I was gigging was the crazy little thing called Love Solo. I've not gigged for a couple of months. Can I remember it? Who knows? Does it sound right? We'll find out. So it worked really cool for that. I'm not saying the rhythm circuit sounds like a Telecaster because that is a Telecaster, but it worked for that anyway. I did include this in the last video, but tremolo pedal in a Jag, gotta do it. Okay, so thanks for watching. You should see in the description, I'll do a link to the guitar. There's some affiliate links for Thomann if you want to buy anything. I'll send a link for the case as well. Although, as I say, you might want something a bit heavier duty. And if I managed to figure it out last week, there'll also be a tip jar in the comments if you've enjoyed the setting of me being able to create videos, mic up amps in Studio 5 here. Obviously, there is a financial cost to that. It's not an ad, they're not giving me this time for free. So if you'd like me to record more videos in this kind of setting, chuck me a few quid, that would really be appreciated. But obviously that's your own discretion. So thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. We're gonna have a look at more at the 1991 pedal from Funny Little Boxes. And then there's more ideas for after that. So thanks again, and I'll see you soon.